Gab. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for tuning in. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel so that way you can see when I'm putting up new videos so you don't miss a post. And if you are coming back, welcome back, baby. I miss y'all and I hope y'all miss me too. So let's just get into the video. This video is going to be about when I had my breast reduction back in December of 2018, and I'm going to talk about the process that I went through of getting a surgery through the Navy and my I guess my progress and how everything has been since the surgery. And I can't supply pictures because that would be a lot. We're not that close. But if you are interested in getting a breast reduction and you would like to see the different, the before and afters, you can always hit me in my email or on Twitter. I always leave that in the description box below and we can talk about those things. So I was having a lot of issues with working out and just really doing my everyday job and just living. When I would go to the gym, I would always be self-conscious because it seemed like basically everything I did, they were just the center of attention, and it was very just nerve-wracking to me, and I just felt very insecure. When I would run, I am not the best shape. I'm not in the best shape, but I'm in good enough shape to kind of keep up with the run for a while. But they were almost impossible. They would just it was like it's not even like having a weight on your chest. It's like having a weight that literally is pulling on you so it's hard to breathe, hard to keep a steady breath, and keeping pace is really hard when there's something pulling on you. And it was just very, very hard. Also, when I would drive, if I was sitting for too long, or maybe like driving, if I was driving for 30 minutes or more, I would start having these pains. It was almost like it started in the back of my neck, and it felt like my whole body was just on strings, and it would be the nerves, and they were stretched to the nth power, and it was just so painful. And it was just terrible. And I just needed a change. And I tried the whole going harder in the gym and things like that, but it just wasn't working. They just were not going down, and I needed them gone. So I went to my PCM, which is my primary care manager, basically my doctor, and told him how I was having back pains and things like that. And he asked me how long were they going for, and I told him how long that was going on, and he just said that he would put in a referral into TriCare, and they would hit me back if they approved it. And so that took about maybe a week or two. And TriCare, you have to go back and check yourself. They don't send you anything. You have to go and check and see if they approve. So they approved me to go get a consultation, and they give you however many TriCare approved clinics or whatever in your area that you can go. I called them, and I went there. The doctor, super great. Love him, love all the staff. And if any of you guys are stationed in Great Lakes and you guys end up wanting that surgery, I can give you the information of the guy I went to, because TriCare is going to give you the information. But they're awesome. But yes, so I went there and he surveyed it. He said, yeah, you're a perfect candidate. And he asked me the questions, just to make sure that I would be approved for it. And he sent the paperwork in, and basically I had to wait to hear from TriCare to see if they would approve the surgery. That one took a little bit longer because I don't know why. TriCare was saying they weren't getting the request and this, that, and the third. I had to keep calling back to the doctor and be like, okay, try sending it to this thing because they didn't get it, blah, blah, blah. I think about 3 weeks later they got it. And so they approved me for the surgery, and I scheduled it for December 14th. And I wasn't nervous. I really wasn't nervous. I was very excited to get those things gone. Okay. So my mom and my uncle, they came up here that Friday, and they were going to stay the weekend with me. I got 2 weeks of leave for the surgery so I could heal up and get back, you know, into it. It's the day of the surgery, and I'm walking in there and I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to go. And I knew, first off, let me tell you what happened. So the guy who was giving me the IV, he goes to try and give me an IV in my hand. Now, me, who works in healthcare, knows my own body. I have very dense limbs. Let's just start there. Very dense. And when I mean dense is that I have a lot of muscle tone. So my thigh, like my legs, my arms, everything is just dense. Ask my mom, okay? Everything's heavy. And I have very thick, like, they're soft, but they're really just chubby looking hands, you know? And you cannot see, you can barely see, like what you see, what you think you kind of see, those are my tendons. If you know anything about medical, they're not my veins. That's the most important part. You cannot see my veins through my hands just looking at them. Even when I try and, you know, clench them and all that, you still can't see any veins. So I told him, you know, it's not gonna work. You're gonna have to, you know, do IV the regular way. And he's like, no, we try to put it in through the hand because it's easier for it to stay out of the way during the surgery. And I said, I understand that. I do, because I do work in this field. But I'm telling you, you're going to end up putting it in my arm. Well, no, we're just going to try anyway. We're going to try anyway. Okay. As soon as he stuck it in my hand, y'all, I wanted to call the cops because it hurt so bad. And then he put it in there, and then obviously he realized he wasn't in a vein, and he starts what you call fishing around, moving it around, trying to find a vein. I said, take that out, and I snatched it out. It says, oh, I guess you're gonna get what you want. You're gonna get in the arm. It's not about if I want it or not. It's about me knowing okay, whatever. Just put the thing, give it here, because I'm gonna put it in myself, because I know how to do my own IVs also. He's like, oh, do you get IVs a lot? No, I work in healthcare. I learned how to do these things. He was just getting on my nerves. Anyways, he puts it in there, and my anesthesiologist came in, and this is when I knew it was a good sign of me doing this surgery. My anesthesiologist just so happened to be the wife of my doctor, like my military doctor. And I said, well, would you look at that? So I said, okay, cool. So she's like, are you ready? And I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. My mom is sitting there next to me, and she's just like, are you good? Are you good? Are you good? And I'm just sitting there like, yes, mom, I'm good. Like, so she starts putting in the medicine, and she's like, all right, we're going to wheel you out of here. So they wheel me out, and now I'm in the surgery room, and I'm looking, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, and I'm pretty sure the meds started coming in, you know, they started taking over, because I was like, oh my gosh, this room looks just like Dr. Miami's surgery room, because I follow him on Snapchat. And the doc was like, yeah, you know, they all kind of look similar. And then I said, oh, are you guys going to make me count to, like, backwards from 10? And he's like, yeah, if you want to. And then I don't even remember counting. I don't remember starting the count. And then I woke up, and I was all bandaged up, and I looked, and it was some weird nurse lady, and she said, oh, you're awake. And I'm still looking like, who are you? And she's like, all right, yeah, just go back to sleep. I'm like, no, I'm up. So then mind you, I didn't eat anything that day of the surgery, and I believe I couldn't eat after a certain time the day before. So, you know, they gave me apple juice and like a graham cracker square, maybe like 2 of them. So I go home, and, you know, well, before we went home, they told me I can shower the next day, that it was fine. So I'm like, okay, cool. So basically, the kind of like incisions they make is what they call like a keyhole incision. So they cut around the nipple like that, and then it kind of, so it's like around it. This isn't where my nipple, I'm just whatever. So they cut around the nipple, and then they kind of open it out like that, so then they can get the fat out, and then they close it back up. So it's all open like here, and then it goes up into this thing like that. Get all fat out, and then they close it back up, so you have a thing around here, and you have a line here, a suture, and then you have all under here is where you're gonna have scarring at. So yeah, so you know, they're like, it's fine, you can shower and all that. They leave 2 drains, like there's 1 drain on each side of you, and it comes to these like little bulb things that hang out that basically collect like any drainage that's coming out. And what you are supposed to do is you're supposed to log how much they tell you like you have to drain every so many hours. So I had a alarm for when to drain, and I had an alarm for when to take my medicine. You really only drain for like that first night. Afterwards, I didn't really drain much at all. So I go back to my room, and I'm not hungry. Like, I really did not have an appetite. Almost like the whole 2 weeks, I really didn't have that much of an appetite. And that's important to the story, because I'm at home, I'm taking my meds and all that stuff. And then the next day, and also you have to lay, if you had back problems with your breasts, you're going to still have them when you're in recovery for that first week or so, because you have to lay like up. And I recommend getting one of those pillows that have like the backs on it with the little arms, if y'all know what I'm talking about. And I'll try to put in a picture somewhere so y'all know like what kind of pillow I'm talking about. And yeah, use that, because that's the most comfortable you're gonna be, because you can't lay on your sides or on your stomach or anything like that. It's the next day, and I was like, okay, I'm ready to try and take a shower. So my mom goes in there with the bathroom with me, and we're taking off they give you like this little cute little pink little Velcro. I might put a picture in here somewhere, maybe, I don't know. But it's like a cute little pink little wraparound bra thing. So take it off, take off all the gauze and all of that. And now I'm seeing them for the first time, and I was like, wow, these things are small. And my mom was like, yeah, the doc was saying, you know, I hope that, you know, I got them small enough for you. And I'm looking like, small enough? These things are almost too small. I didn't want them this small. But obviously they were still swollen, so they're like up against me. And, you know, after a while they filled out and all that. But anywho, and I'll tell y'all, I started at a G cup, okay? And now I'm a D cup. So it's a like almost night and day. But anywho, back to the story. So I'm taking all the bandages off and everything, and I'm looking at them like, okay, cool, like this is how they look. Well, all of a sudden, I'm hearing this ringing in my ears. And I'm like, Mom, I don't know what's going on, but I hear this ringing. And she's like, okay, sit down. So she sits me down on the toilet. And then all of a sudden, it's just getting real spacey feeling. And the next thing I know, I'm looking up, and I look to the left of me, and I'm looking at the toilet. And I'm on the ground. I'm laying on the ground next to the toilet. And I'm like, Mom, what? And she comes running in the bathroom. She's like, oh my gosh, Gabrielle, like, I thought you died. Like, and I'm just like, what happened? Like, what happened? She said, you just started, basically, like, you just started falling back. Your eyes are rolling back. And she said, I just didn't know. I just kind of, like, guided you down to the floor. And I was calling your uncle to, you know, whatever. So I can't get up because it's painful. And so she covers me up with a towel. And my uncle comes in there, and they, like, both help me up. And I just started crying because I felt so helpless. I was like, wow, like, because I don't know, like, if you've never like passed out before, you honestly don't even remember, like, you don't feel yourself passing out. Like, you just remember you were up, and then you remember you're down, so you just don't even know, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like, what even, like, you just feel so out of sorts. And I just was crying and whatever, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, but I think it was just because I didn't eat much, so they forced me to eat. But anybody who knows me knows I'm an eater. I can finish something quick, easy. But like something like a Chipotle bowl that I would smash, I maybe ate like 3 bites, and I was like, I'm full. And that's how it was the whole 2 weeks. Like, as far as eating, I probably only ate maybe like 1 meal a day or whatever. So I didn't pass out anymore after that. I decided not to take a shower. I just took one of those, what they call a hoe bath at the sink, and kind of just ran water. Like, I just got the washcloth and just kind of wrung water over, warm water over everything. And even when I got back to my apartment, I still was scared to take showers. I just thought it was going to hurt. So I took baths. And honestly, it was easier to take baths anyway, because when you have those drains hanging out, they're just hanging there. So when I was taking a shower, I didn't want those things just like swinging around and all that. So when I sat down in the bathtub, it was a little easier as far as making sure I knew the drains were in a steady place, but also be cautious that it's harder to, like, you don't ever know how much of your muscle you're using when you use your arms, because when you have to lift yourself out of the bathtub, it hurts a lot. And not a lot, but it's just, you can feel it, and it's not great feeling. So yeah, eventually I did get to, like, after I got the drains out, which was like I had an appointment after a week post surgery, I got the drains removed, and so I started taking showers, and that was fine, nothing hurt. And they're gonna have tapes, like little pieces of tape on here over the scars that are like that. It's fine if they get wet, they're not going anywhere. When you know that your scars are kind of like healing, the glue that they use to seal the suit, like all the cuts shut, will start peeling off, and so that's when you know, like, you know, it's really starting to heal. That happened, and then he said, you know, you're fine to start wearing training bras. Like, you need to, like, he was telling me I should stop wearing I can't think of the word right now, but the compression bra, because it was just, they needed to start hanging freely so they can start getting their shape when the swelling went down. So I went and got my sports bra, and let me tell y'all, I have never been able to, honestly, like, I actually feel like I might cry right now, because people, like, there's a lot of, like, fascination with big breasts and things like that, and that's cool and all, and some people don't feel pain from it, but honestly, it was so painful for me to have them. And bras used to cost so much for me. Like, I'd have to really be looking for deep sales to find anything that wasn't super expensive, like Ross and stuff like that. And there was nothing wrong with those bras, but like, when you want to get like cuter bras, not cuter, but you know, they only have like black and like beige for bigger breasted people, and it's just like, dang, I want something like cute like everybody else has, you know. But it's really hard. Like, bras could be $40 to $50 at the minimum, you know, a lot of $30 maybe if you're, you know, they're very expensive. And shopping for swimsuits is almost impossible. You can't try anything on in the store, and you gotta kind of, you know, hope that you find a good website or something that has good size swimsuits. And ordering shirts, like, my boobs made me look so much bigger than what I was, and I would have to buy a shirt size like one size bigger than what I am, because to accommodate for these. But then it just makes me look like, oh yeah, you're extra large, yeah, you're big. No, I'm not big, these are just big. And honestly, like, going into Kohl's and being able to grab a sports bra off the rack and try it on and it fit, like, it was the best feeling, because I was never able to do that, and it was just great. It was literally the best feeling. When I bought my first swimsuit at Target, it was oh my god, y'all just don't understand. The recovery was good. Didn't really, you know, just the pains of just kind of like sitting up and getting down, like getting off the couch and stuff. I kind of just stayed in my living room because that's just where the TV was, and it was just easier just to stay laying on there, and the kitchen was right behind me, and it was just a prime location. But then once I got the drains out and I was able to lay on my sides, then I would go and lay in like my bedroom, but I would still lay with a pillow underneath me, because it would still kind of feel sore where the drain, like where the opening is, because now that was healing closed. So sleeping with a pillow under was good. After the 2 weeks I went back to work, and I was on light duty for a month, so they didn't have me doing any dental like chair side stuff. They just had me at the front desk, and I couldn't lift anything, can't do any exercise or anything. After about a month, they put me on like light PT for another month. So I just started doing small things, like using my arms and stuff to use those muscles again. And then after those 2 months, I was able to go back to the gym. When I went to the gym and I did a full workout for the first time, it wasn't painful like it would be painful times, because also you know, the risks of getting the breast reduction is that, you know, there's multiple ways they can do it, but the one that looks the most natural is when they move, you know, they have to cut your nipple and move it, you know, when they make them smaller. But you run the risk of losing nerve feeling, or, you know, them possibly not reconnecting, or, you know, not being able to breastfeed and things like that. Take that into consideration when you are deciding to get a breast reduction. So the nerves, when they're reconnecting, they're really sharp, just nerve pains, and you can feel that when you do your first few workouts. And at the end of your workout, you're gonna feel like underneath, it's like a tingly, tingy feeling underneath. It's hard to explain. It's not painful. Like, it's pain, but not super painful. It's like a lot of discomfort, but then it goes away. And then once you get into working out, everything's fine again. So now I am, what is that, December? So I'm like 9 months post surgery, and everything has been going fine. Everything has filled back out. I'm still a D, so, you know, and of course, obviously they can get bigger again if, you know, I lose, you know, you eat a lot, you gain weight, it might go back to that. But, you know, you have to be conscious of what you eat, so that, and just your diet and everything, just so they don't go back to where they were. But overall, I had a great experience with my surgery, and I will take any questions you guys have. Try to check my email a few times a week, but sometimes I forget. But I am always on Twitter, so if you don't have Twitter, email me. I will check. I will be checking my email, but please DM me and tell me that you're one of my subscribers, or that you watch my video, because sometimes some people, they tweet me or they DM me and I don't know who they are, and they just say hey, and I will not respond back because I do not know you strangers. So let me know that you're a subscriber, watcher of my videos, so that way I know who you are, and I will respond back at that point. I hope that this was very informative for you guys, those of you who are wondering how the whole process goes. And like I said, I will answer any questions that you have. You may put them in the, you can put them in the comments below. Also, I will also answer questions there, so you don't have to go externally and try to contact me. But if there's something that you don't want to be publicly asked, you can, like I said, contact me on those other ways. That's all I have for this video today, because it is 8 o'clock. And even though I ate Chick-fil-A earlier, I'm hungry again, but I cannot eat again because I had Chick-fil-A earlier. So be on the lookout for more videos. Thank you for always supporting me. I know I've been so inconsistent, but I've been trying, and I hope y'all see in these videos this last month, I have been trying. I've been giving y'all videos at least once a week, and I'm trying to up it to 2 times a week. I'm trying to put myself on a schedule of when to put out videos, so that way y'all always know when to look out for me. So please know that there is more things coming. Also, if you have a brand or a product that you would like reviewed or promoted, you can hit me up for those things, and I can do that for you. So if y'all don't have anything for me, I don't have anything else for y'all. So I will see y'all on the next video.